Big movements in Vertex Energy stock price on Friday, moving 13.41% between high and low, updated on January 29, 2021. Buy or hold candidate since November 17, 2020 gained 243.75%. The Vertex Energy stock price fell by minus 4.07% on the last day, Friday, January 29, 2021, from $1.72 to $1.65, and has now fallen 4 days in a row. During the day, the stock fluctuated 13.41% from a day low at $1.64 to a day high of $1.86. The price has been going up and down for this period, and there has been a 46.02% gain for the last 2 weeks. Volume fell on the last day along with the stock, which is actually a good sign, as volume should follow the stock. On the last day, the trading volume fell by minus 5 million shares, and in total, 3 million shares were bought and sold for approximately $4.57 million. The stock lies in the middle of a very wide and strong rising trend in the short term, and a further rise within the trend is signaled. Given the current short-term trend, the stock is expected to rise 73.76% during the next 3 months and, with a 90% probability, hold a price between $1.78 and $4.22 at the end of this 3-month period. Signals and forecast: the Vertex Energy stock holds a sell signal from the short-term moving average. At the same time, however, there is a buy signal from the long-term average. Since the short-term average is above the long-term average, there is a general buy signal in the stock, giving a positive forecast for the stock. On further gains, the stock will meet resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $1.69. On a fall, the stock will find some support from the long-term average at approximately 97 cents. A breakup through the short-term average will send a buy signal, whereas a breakdown through the long-term average will send a sell signal. Furthermore, there is a buy signal from the 3 months moving average convergence divergence MACD. Some negative signals were issued as well, and these may have some influence on the near short-term development. A sell signal was issued from a pivot top point on Tuesday, January 26, 2021, and so far it has fallen minus 30.67%. Further fall is indicated until a new bottom pivot has been found. Volume fell together with the price during the last trading day, and this reduces the overall risk, as volume should follow the price movements. Support, risk and stop loss: Vertex Energy finds support from accumulated volume at $1.63, and this level may hold a buying opportunity, as an upwards reaction can be expected when the support is being tested. The stock may move very much during a day volatility, and with a very large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band, this stock is considered to be very high risk. During the last day, the stock moved 22 cents between high and low, or 13.41%. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 29.01%. Our recommended stop loss, $1.56 minus 5.66%. This stock has very high daily movements, and this gives very high risk. There is a sell signal from a pivot top found 3 days ago. Is Vertex Energy stock a buy? Several short-term signals, along with a general good trend, are positive, and we conclude that the current level may hold a buying opportunity, as there is a fair chance for Vertex Energy stock to perform well in the short term. Current score, 3.372. Predicted opening price for Vertex Energy of Monday, February 1, 2021. The predicted opening price is based on yesterday's movements between high, low, and the closing price. Fair opening price February 1, 2021. Current price $1.72. VTNR is overvalued compared to its price of $1.65 per share, has below average safety, and is currently rated a hold. Recommendation: Rec Hold. REC reflects the cumulative effect of all the VectorVest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value: current price $1.65. Current value 19 cents. VTNR has a current value of 19 cents per share. Compared to a price of $1.65 per share, the stock is currently overvalued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential relative value RV. Very poor RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. VTNR has an RV of 0.16, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety. Relative safety RS. Poor RS is an indicator of risk. VTNR has an RS of 0.50, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RS is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility and other factors. Timing. Relative timing RT. Good RT analyzes a stock's price trend. VTNR has a relative timing of 1.15, which is good on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating value. Safety. Timing VST. Poor VST is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. VTNR has a VST rating of 0.77, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, RS, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety and timing. STOP. Stop price. Stop price, $1.04 stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. VTNR has a stop of $1.04 per share. A stock's stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. CI Comfort Index. Very poor CI is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. VTNR has a CI rating of 0.36, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. CI is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT earnings growth rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. VTNR has a forecasted earnings growth rate of -3.00%, which VectorVest considers to be very poor. EPS earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. VTNR has a forecasted EPS of $-0.05 per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. PE. Price to earnings ratio. PE shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. VTNR has a PE of -33.00. The average PE of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is 63.59. EY earnings yield. EY reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. VTNR has an EY of -3.03%. This is below the current average of 1.57% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. GPE growth to PE ratio. VTNR has a GPE rating of -0.09. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when GPE is greater than 1.00. DIV dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in DIV. VTNR does not pay a dividend. DY dividend yield. DY reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. VTNR does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DY equals 100x DIV price. It is useful to compare DY with EY. If DY is not significantly lower than EY, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS dividend safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. VTNR does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have RS values well above 1.00 and EY levels that are much higher than DYDG dividend growth rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. VTNR does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG Vector YSG is an indicator which combines DY, DS and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. VTNR does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. AVGVOL. AVGVOL is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. VTNR has an AVGVOL of 3,234,860 shares traded per day. Percent vol reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the AVGVOL. Percent vol equals volume, AVGVOL/AVGVOL 100. VTNR had a percent vol of minus 14.47% on Friday, January 29, 2021. PRC, VTNR price changed minus 4.07% from the prior day's closing price. Sales, VTNR has annual sales of 137 million. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. VTNR has a sales growth of minus 1.00% per year. This is very poor. Sales per share SPS VTNR has annual sales of $3.02 per share. Price to sales ratio PS, VTNR has APS of 0.55. Shares, VTNR has 45 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization, VTNR has a market capitalization of 75 million. Business sector, VTNR has been assigned to the electronic business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group, VTNR has been assigned to the electronic MISC products industry group. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors.